Hey kids, Inverted Cow here. Welcome back to Vintage Story. Let's jump back into the game. Okay, we're back in the game here. It is now shortly after midnight on the third day of March. So I've kind of basically played right through all of February, and the sun is starting to come up at a normal time now, and we are starting to warm up. Things are getting closer to the point where they're going to start growing. What I have done between episodes, I made a couple more lanterns and hung them up down here. One in this little room here as well. I made a few extra chests because I was getting overloaded with junk. I went over to the mine, what do you call it, over here, where the heck it was, east of town here. That I went over to this cave system and I cleaned up those two little what do you call them that were in there, those little dungeons, and I've made a couple of more trips down into the pit over here beside the house. I've made up a little bit more of the bismuth bronze. And then I just made a couple of random ingots, one of the lead and one of the bismuth. I just want to empty those out. It's also easier to count a full ingot than it is to count nuggets sometimes. As you can hear, I have baby pigs. We'll get to that. They're spoiling my surprises on me. I've also done a little bit of building on the second floor of the building here. As you can see, nothing major, just kind of outlined where the bedroom was going to end up going, and where the sitting room, or whatever room this one's going to be, is going to end up being. I might have to do is cut all this up and put down oak blocks rather than planks. I didn't think about it when I put this down, but yeah, that might need the extra planks. The other thing I've done, that I've ran back and forth around about 3 times because I keep forgetting where I put the ladder, is I've made what's going to end up becoming the tower for the windmill. I've started on that. It basically goes up just a little bit higher than the peak of the roof right now. But what I was probably going to do, what I was thinking of doing, was giving this kind of a pitched roof or an angled roof, and then having the windmill come out of the top at one end. So just kind of angle the roof up like an A-frame type thing on either side, and just have a windmill poking out of the center of that. And then I can run the shaft basically all the way down, and I can have a gear in the middle if I wanted to. I'm not sure yet, but the structure will go all the way around the thing. And I'm still working on filling in the roof with the red fire clay bricks. However, these use up a lot of charcoal because the fire clay needs to get very hot to cook. That being said, one of the things I want to do today is actually build oh, that's right, yes. I went and I got enough stuff to make the bronze anvil as well, so I can do some of the advanced steelworking and such. Also, one of my viewers pointed out that I can make the torch holders out of brass. There is a brass torch holder recipe here, which is basically brass plates, one on top of the other, and it makes the torch holder. So I might be making a few of them as well. Once I find a good source of zinc. Now, one thing that I have wanted to do is build the bloomery. That's what I want. So I need a bloomery base and chimney. Kind of curious what this fire clay brick chimney is actually about, because it says unlit, so I'm wondering if this would light and actually make smoke or what. Very decorative type thing. Okay, so the base is that, and the top is this. So let's see if we can remember those two recipes. The base was this, and the top is that. You can go in there. Now these bloomeries can only be used once. So once they're built, they can only be used once. So I have to see if I can do this correctly here. What I want to do is cook up this hold it. Is that what I got to do? Or can I shift click it in or what? Okay, so I can only do 24 quartz at a time. Is that what you're telling me? Oh, that's gonna really bite. All right. Let's grab some charcoal. And then we right click on this again with the charcoal. And it takes 6 charcoals. Okay, so it basically you load it until it reaches the point where it's loaded, and that's all you have to do. And then shift and right click with the torch. And that gets the whole thing going here. Now what I was originally thinking of doing was actually building these the same as I did with the forges. Put them here and here, put a couple of them in. I might do that still. Just put one in and pick it up when I'm ready to break it. But it's kind of hard to say because I don't like the idea that I gotta break it and then I gotta pick up all the bits and pieces that go flying everywhere. Okay, what else we got going on? 5 o'clock in the morning, so we should just about be coming up to the point where the sun's going to start popping up over the horizon here. Okay, the sun has come up a little bit, so we can see again. As you can hear, I got squealy little piglies running around in here. Yes, we had a piglet explosion. One of my pregnant sows finally calved off. I have at least one pregnant sheep in here, although I do gotta get more straw for them. And the ice is finally starting to come off the water, so I can get back to panning all of this sand and whatnot. Yeah, look at this. This was solid 2 days ago. This was solid. Now it's coming down. Of course, I still got all my rabbits that try to get up to the gardens here. Come on. Oh, that one didn't leave me bones. Oh, that's good. I'm actually coming out here and hunting. I was hunting about 2 rabbits every couple of days out of this area. So that's a pretty good thing. I mean, that's a pretty constant supply of rabbit meat, which is handy. But that's going to be really annoying. Okay, nobody's getting in. Somebody did suggest that I should widen this trench out to 2 or 3 blocks all the way around here, particularly to prevent animals from jumping this. The wolves apparently can jump a 2-block gap without any problem. I'm not sure about the other critters. I've had a few raccoons get caught down in the pit here, so I haven't had that big of a deal with this. You should be ready to expand here soon. I just harvested these. That's why I've got the extra lanterns done now. Yeah, you can kind of see the house a little bit better now. I wanted to do though was cook up this glass and start putting some actual windows in and sealing this area up. I will be going back over this later with a chisel and modifying a lot of this build. So that is coming up. Not right now, but it will be coming up shortly, I guess. Oh, okay, finally the flax has grown that I had left over the winter. It was damaged by the cold and will yield 50% produce. That's an interesting warning. So let's break that up and see what we get. I mean, I'm not too worried. It's all good. The other thing I need to do here is these blocks here. I need to put in a water source block. Do I not have a shovel on me? Okay, cool. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to excavate this like so, 1 block back and 1 block down. And then what I'll do is I'll go grab a bucket and I'll fill that trench with water source blocks, and then that should fill this or irrigate this whole garden patch. I had misread on the wiki that these actually water source blocks actually only do 3. I thought they did 8. So they only do 3 blocks. There we go. Took a few shots, but we managed to get that capped over. So now we'll just put this soil back in. And then this should all start to irrigate itself. One of the other things I wanted to test out was how this bone meal works. Now this bone meal appears to put 30% P and 3% N back into the soil. So let's find a spot that is low on P if we can here. That's 44.3. It's 43. Okay, we'll try it on the 43 spot. So if you right click it, it says growth speeds. So it adds 90% to the growth speeds. Of the pea crop. So it doesn't exactly refresh the soil. It just increases the speed that stuff grows at. Oh, that's handy. It's kind of unclear in the farming wiki what the actual difference is here. Oh, I see. Yeah, so it adds the slow release nutrients. So it doesn't change the growth speeds, it just adds the slow release nutrient of 30% P. So this doesn't really matter what thing I put it on. Oh, it stacks. Oh, I can stack that. So I could literally just spam click this down over the whole of the garden and burn up all those darn bones that I have tons of. Okay, so all of that junk is burned up. It's filling in these soil pots. Now we should be getting close to the point where the temperature outside is 0 or above. I want to start trying to put some of these seeds back in the ground. I know it's probably a little bit early, but well, we'll see what we can do here. Now, what do I have in my hot little hand first? Turnip seeds. I really don't need turnip seeds. I did plant, I found a parsnip. And the parsnip requires the pea plant. Okay, so there we go. There's parsnips. It's the only one I have. And then I'll get these onions down, which are also the same thing. The flax is got the K. Get those in. Right now I'm not really paying attention to any of the crop nutrient things. I'm just actually throwing down whatever I have. Alright, and the rest is going to be turnips. Wow. still don't have enough seeds to fill this garden, although I think I might have extra seeds back at base here. But that was all I had in these boxes, so I'll have to make do with that for now. Let's go check to see if that bloomery has finished yet. I don't know how long it's supposed to take. It looks like it's still making smoke. Wow, when they said pig explosion though, they weren't kidding. There. This was originally supposed to be for the chickens, so I'm going to see what happens if I put 2 things of grain in that small trough to see if the chickens actually come and are attracted to this area. I mean, I did have chickens spawning here when I first moved into the area, but they all ran off or were killed off by the wolves. I have thinned out the wolf population in this area quite substantially. In fact, I've every now and then stumbled into another wolf that I've just killed. Yeah, every time you think you've seen all the caves around here, you go and find another hole that goes down. Okay, here we go. I believe this bloomery has finished. Now, if I understand this correctly, I have to break the whole thing. In order to get the glass out. And I get most of my blocks back, but not all of them. Close this door. Let's see what I got back. I got 12 blocks out of the, I believe it was 16 that I needed. I have enough for a base. And enough for a new chimney. Okay, so it actually returns all of the blocks that I used. So that's a good thing. I'm not losing out. That was my concern because I believe clay is a finite resource in the game, and especially in multiplayer it would be a finite resource. On my brief encounters with the multiplayer server, I found that I could not find any resource at all that was even close to things like surface stones or surface clay deposits and surface deposits of anything. I believe that the multiplayer, basically, if you're not there when they start, you're pretty much out of luck with actually getting any resources. Which is something I have been actually thinking about, because I've been kind of kicking around the idea of jumping onto the public multiplayer and reopening something I used to do, or used to try to do anyway. I can't say that I used to, because most times I played Minecraft servers, they always shut down after about a month. But I was thinking of jumping onto the single player server and or the multiplayer server, and opening up the Inn of the Traveling Cow. The concept of the Inn of the Traveling Cow is, of course, I am a what do you call it? I tend an inn, a place of rest, if you will, where I have, you know, basically tables and chairs, a functioning kitchen, a functioning garden, and that sort of thing. And new players come to the server, they stop at the Inn of the Traveling Cow and get supplies that they would need, with a kind of an honor system, if you will, that after they have acquired these supplies and have got themselves set up, that they can actually come back, drop off new supplies, to help out more new players. It has worked in the past when I have done it, and it actually was quite fun. So I'm thinking that right in here-ish, I'm thinking, should I go that low? Maybe we'll go like this, just a 3x2 block. Or 3x4 block, 2x4 block, I guess. Now, if I put these on from this side, it will push them out. It should have them actually sitting out from the block. Like that. Oh, seriously. There we go. That's not too bad. It actually sticks them out a little bit. Now what is going to happen is eventually I'm going to start experimenting with chisels, and I will probably do is come back and put like a stone lip around here with chiseled brick, just to kind of break it up. Now I want to do the same kind of deal here. This is only mud brick, however. This might be on the inside. Yes, it is. Okay. Oh, you would fall down over there, wouldn't you? Nasty little thing. have to finish this off. Of course, I'm going to extend this roof out a little bit here as well. That gives me some light over the top of the door. Yeah, I'll probably add a few more windows when I build the rest of this back wall up here, giving me a view to the east. And maybe one or two this way, just small ones. Because I'm not sure what I'm going to put in this area, I'm not entirely sure I want to put windows on this wall. So I'm going to put that off until later. I will put these windows away downstairs, and we'll use these in a future part of the build here. So anyhow, that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you're enjoying Vintage Story, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Thanks for watching, kids, and good night for now.